You're standing on the dock, your heart pounding, watching your cruise ship sail away without you. What happens next might shock you, because missing the ship isn't just inconvenient, it can turn your dream vacation into a nightmare. Let's break this down in a countdown-style narrative, from the moment you realize you've missed the ship to the final aftermath. This keeps tension high and retention strong, like a real-life thriller told through a documentary lens. Number 10, the moment of realization. It always starts the same way. You're standing on the pier, maybe holding a souvenir drink or snapping a last-minute photo when you glance up, and your stomach drops. The ship's horn blows, the gangway's gone, and the massive vessel, your temporary home, your clothes, your passport, your credit cards, starts to drift away from the dock. It's one of those moments where time slows down. You run, you wave, you shout, but the truth is brutal. Once those engines are on, it's over. Ships operate on strict port times. They don't wait for anyone unless an official cruise excursion that ran late. For everyone else, you're on your own. And in that instant, most first-time cruisers don't even realize the nightmare that's about to unfold. Number 9, the panic sets. In the first emotion you feel isn't anger, it's panic. You check your watch, your phone, your boarding pass, as if one of them might magically rewind time. You might sprint toward port security, waving your ID, begging them to call the ship. But by now, the bridge has retracted, and the captain's orders are final. They can't and won't bring it back. People have tried everything, calling the cruise line, waving cash, even attempting to bribe port staff. None of it works. Cruise lines follow international schedules coordinated with maritime authorities. Once departure clearance is given, there's no turning back. Not for one passenger, not even for 10. And as you stand there, realizing your floating hotel is now a dot in the distance, one terrifying question hits you. What now? Number 8, the port authorities step in. Once the ship leaves, port security or local police usually step in. They'll ask for your ID, confirm your name, and sometimes even take you to the port office. At this point, you're not in trouble, but you are stranded. The ship's crew will officially mark you as a no-show on the manifest. If you left your passport, wallet, or any valuables in your cabin, which most people do, the ship's staff will secure them and log everything with the onboard security officer. But here's the catch. Your items stay on the ship until you can catch up at the next port. And that brings us to the next nightmare. Number 7, you're in a foreign country without your passport. Most cruise ports are in foreign countries. That means if you miss the ship and your passport is still on board, you're technically stranded without legal identification. You can't board a plane. You can't book a hotel in some countries. You can't even cross a border checkpoint. Your best move at this stage is to head straight to your country's embassy or consulate. They'll verify your identity, contact the cruise line, and issue you a temporary emergency passport. But that can take hours, even days. And here's where it gets worse. Many cruise ports don't even have embassies nearby. You might need to travel to another city or even another island before you can get your new documents. Meanwhile, your ship is still moving. Number 6, the ship tries to contact you back on board. The cruise staff will notice you didn't check in after the port stop. They'll do a head count, try to reach you via your stateroom phone, then check your cabin. If they see your belongings and your passport still inside, they'll notify the port agent, the local representative who handles logistics for the cruise line. The port agent's job is now to find you, help you get transportation, and potentially arrange to rejoin the ship at the next port of call. Sounds simple, right? Not exactly. Depending on where the next port is, it could mean taking a domestic flight, a ferry, or even crossing international borders. And guess who pays for it? You do. Number 5, the financial fallout begins. Missing the ship can quickly turn into a $2,000 to $10,000 mistake. You'll need to pay for hotels while stranded, transportation to the next port, emergency passport fees, meals and local transport, possible fines or administrative fees. If you booked travel insurance, you might be covered, but only if your delay was caused by something out of your control, like a car crash or medical emergency. If you were late because you overslept, lost track of time, or stayed too long at a beach bar, that's on you. Cruise lines don't offer refunds for missed ports, unused nights, or meals you never ate. To them, you're still checked in. You just happen to be elsewhere. Number 4, trying to rejoin the ship. Let's say you're determined to catch up. Maybe your ship's next stop is just 100 miles away or a short flight across the Caribbean. You contact the port agent, they give you the next destination and a timeline. But here's where it gets tricky. The cruise line isn't responsible for helping you get there. You'll have to coordinate flights, hotels, and transportation on your own. And remember, the ship moves fast. If it's a sea day next, that means it won't dock again for 24 to 48 hours. There have been real cases where passengers spent 2 full days trying to reach their ship, only for it to leave again before they arrived. Sometimes people give up and just fly home. Number 3, the emotional roller coaster. The financial loss is one thing. The emotional impact is another. You might feel embarrassed, angry, scared, or all three at once. You replay every decision that led to that moment. The extra drink, the late taxi, the long lunch. Some stranded passengers describe the experience as the loneliest feeling in the world, because while everyone else is out there enjoying their cruise, you're standing alone in a strange port, holding a dead phone, surrounded by love and regret. Even worse, sometimes fellow passengers record you as you're running toward the ship, and those clips go viral. There's even a term for it now, pier runners. It's both hilarious and heartbreaking. People sprinting, waving frantically as the ship pulls away. It might look funny online, but in reality, it's one of the most stressful travel experiences imaginable. Number 2, the legal and safety risks. Depending on where you're stranded, local laws can complicate things fast. In some countries, you're required to have a passport on you at all times. If local police stop you and you can't provide ID, they might detain you until your identity is verified. In rare cases, passengers who miss the ship have been robbed, stranded without money, or stuck in dangerous neighborhoods trying to find transportation. That's why cruise lines always advise take your passport and a credit card every time you leave the ship, no exceptions. Because once that ship horn blows, the captain's not turning around. Number 1, the aftermath. The lesson you'll never forget. Eventually, you'll either rejoin your cruise or fly home. Either way, you'll never see travel the same way again. You'll start arriving at ports early. You'll triple-check the all-aboard time. You'll keep your passport in a waterproof bag, your phone fully charged, and your sense of time sharper than ever. And maybe, just maybe, you'll tell your story so others don't repeat it. Because missing your ship isn't just about being late. It's about realizing how quickly a simple mistake. Outro. So there you have it. The truth about what really happens if you miss your cruise ship. It's stressful, expensive, and unforgettable, but it's also preventable. Here's the golden rule. Always be back at the ship at least 1 hour before the all-aboard time. Always carry your passport and a credit card. And always, always know where you are on the map. Because once those engines, there's no turning back. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more cruise stories and travel secrets, and share this with a friend who's planning their first cruise. This is Cruise Tales, and we'll see you on the next voyage.